Well, Wall Street may be picking up a little bit of steam, but how about Main Street? People still need jobs, and New York Times columnist Tom Friedman has been thinking about how to turn things around for them. He is co-author of a new book, That Used to Be Us, How America Fell Behind in the World It Invented and How We Can Come Back. Tom, good morning. Good to see you.
Good to be with you, Chris.
So
Thanks.
we just talked with Alexis a second ago, and as you know, the market's on the rebound the last couple of days. Slight little rally there. Europe, in particular Greece, seem to be getting their house in order again, so they say. How is this impacting the market right now? And is this confidence that we're now seeing in this little roll that we're on, is it premature to be too happy about this?
I think it's a little premature, because until you see the situation in Europe truly stabilize, and that's going to almost certainly require Greece to default, and for the other European countries to backstop their banks. And you might say as an American, well, what does this matter to me? My money's safe. I don't have any money in euros. My money's in my money market. You might want to check your money market. Your money market may well own paper, commercial paper from Greek banks or from European banks that could be very much affected. We are not out of the woods yet at all. What happens in Europe will not stay in Europe.
And I think what we've really seen here, especially the last couple of months, is we are all in this together. Whatever happens over there really kind of makes its way over to our shores very, very quickly. Let's talk about consumer confidence, because that's another thing that Alexis brought up a moment ago. How imperative is it for the people of this country to get some of that confidence back? And are we any closer to resuming some of that consumer confidence that the markets really need in order to really kind of be restored?
Well, you know, Chris, I think one of the things that would restore consumer confidence most is right now is that if they actually saw a grand bargain between Republicans and Democrats about how to deal with, you know, new spending and long-term tax reform and the spending cuts that we need. Yeah, I think the bickering in Washington has put a real dark cloud over the whole center of the country. People feel like we're the children of divorcing parents, and it doesn't exactly put you in a mood to want to go out and spend or invest.
Let's talk about some of those flawed tax structures, though, kind of along the lines of what you've mentioned. Talk about it on a corporate level. The CEO of Coca-Cola caused a little stir when he told the Financial Times recently that the U.S. is becoming less friendly than China to do business right now. When you hear something like that, and when it kind of relates to flawed tax structure and political gridlock here in Washington, is this a view echoed by more and more companies you're hearing?
Well, it certainly is. You know, one of the things that we point out in our book That Used to Be Us is that we've actually gone in the last 10 years, Chris, from a world that's connected to a world that's hyper-connected. And what does that mean? It means that big multinationals now, whether they're called Coca-Cola or Microsoft or Intel, they're not really in America. They hover over America. They really hover over here. And basically their headquarters are here, but they can now go wherever they see the most opportunity to get return on capital. And if they find themselves blocked here, they're just going to quickly go somewhere else in this kind of hyper-connected world. And that's really what Mukhtar Kent, the head of Coca-Cola, is saying.
All right, Thomas Friedman, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. Good to talk with you.
Pleasure.